The WWE Clash of Champions happened tonight. We kicked it off with the match that I was looking forward to. I was looking forward to two matches on this card.
Yes.
And it was the beginning match and the end.
I think we're all in agreement there.
I posted on Twitter before the show went live. I'm like, okay, what I want to see tonight? Sami Zayn win, and I want to see Roman Reigns' titties out. And I got both of them.
You got everything you wanted.
Yep, so it was a triple threat ladder match for the Intercontinental Championship. I think Sami came back, and he had his championship still. They never lost. And Jeff Hardy was also the champion on the show. So they're like, okay, we got to figure out this Intercontinental Championship situation. So they put them both up on a ladder, and they said, we're going to take all three of you guys, and you're going to go at it. In the end, Sami Zayn ended up getting the win over Jeff Hardy and AJ Styles, and he is now the double crown Intercontinental Champion.
And he is as obnoxious as ever. He is such an asshole, and I love it.
Yeah, it was awesome. Like, this whole match was great.
This match was crazy. I mean, I was already expecting good stuff because Jeff Hardy's a fucking maniac, and Sami Zayn. I mean, Sami Zayn made like a big Instagram post about how like important this match was to him, so I knew he would like do Sami Zayn things. And AJ Styles was also in the match.
Hey, AJ took some bumpskis, all right.
He did the styling DDT off the announcer's table. That was cool.
Yeah, that was really cool. So Sami Zayn ended up breaking out every creative spot he's thought about over the past like 4 months. Yes. He did literally everything. And everything that I was actually like, it would be, you watch these WWE matches and sometimes they just kind of follow along and they just kind of have a match and then it's the end of it and you're like, damn, I have a bunch of cool ideas. And I was thinking of these ideas as I'm watching it, and as I'm saying them, Sami Zayn's like, we are going to do every fucking one of them. I'm like, this rules. They went outside of the box of a WWE match, and it really showed. Like, this was one of my favorite ladder matches in probably ever, honestly. Like, I was thinking of ladder matches that like I love, and this is probably up there. I mean, they did everything right.
In terms of new things, and it's hard, obviously there's been so many ladder matches, not just in WWE. I mean, all three of us have watched some in hundreds probably at this point of ladder matches. So it's hard it's not often I see something in a ladder match that I'm like, oh shit, that's different. There was at least like 5 or 6 of them in this match.
Jeff took a very tough bump in this one too, where I thought I was going to see a man die.
How
do you even explain the spot?
So he was climbing up the ladder, and Sami Zayn grabs the bottom of the ladder to try to tip him like off the ladder to the floor. Jeff Hardy says, that ain't me. Jeff Hardy. So the ladder is tipped up from the front, and it's tilted. Jeff Hardy starts climbing over the ladder and crawling down the front of the ladder.
Yeah, like a snake.
Yes, he's snaking his way down the front of his ladder, and Sami Zayn says, oh, fuck that, and dumps it over the top rope, and Jeff Hardy dies.
It was rough because it hit him on the way down.
It was, I don't know what, and I would love to know what they thought that was going to be and how it ended up, because I don't know how they thought it was going to be anything other than disastrous.
It worked out okay, though, in the end.
Yeah,
so, hey,
he didn't die.
I'll take it. That's pretty cool. They did a bunch of stuff here with the ladder, too, where there was one point where AJ just tossed a little baby ladder into the ring.
It was a battleground shit.
Yeah, and it straight up hit Sami Zayn, and he fell off. So that was pretty cool. Sami Zayn ended up breaking out 2 handcuffs in this match.
Yes.
And this is where I was like, okay, it would be really cool if he like just tied both of them to the ladder and then went up the thing. Sami Zayn took it to a whole new level.
Yeah, he was thinking 2 steps ahead of that, if not 3.
Yeah, he is. I mean, it goes without saying for us, but for a lot of people, they only know Sami as much as they see him, which hasn't been a lot lately.
Which is not often, yeah.
But he is literally one of the greatest wrestlers probably ever. And he is probably, without a doubt, one of the greatest from our generation coming up.
You know what's crazy is that there's so many people that probably have no clue that at one point before WWE, he was like one of the greatest baby faces in wrestling industry.
Yeah.
Like, he was the best. And seeing him be such a smarmy piece of shit on WWE TV is like, okay, he can do it all. He can do everything.
He was a name before there were names outside of like.
That's true.
In that era, there was not many indie draws. There was few, like Colt was an indie draw. You could argue Necro Butcher was an indie draw at some point. But like Steen and Generico, everyone fucking knew Steen and Generico.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. Especially when Steen started getting red hot, and I never understood why ROH didn't want to run with him. That was just a interesting decision on their end.
Well, that was also some interesting people in charge at that time.
Yes. And that is for another day.
Yeah,
that is for another day. So Sami Zayn breaks out these 2 handcuffs, and he decides that, yes, I think I am going to handcuff both of them and then try to climb up the ladder and get the championships. Well, he goes over to Jeff Hardy, and he's struggling with him, and he's like, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this handcuff and put it in your earlobe, and then I'm going to tie you to a baby ladder.
Like... when he did that, I was like, okay, first of all, this is fucking crazy. And second of all, I kind of want Jeff Hardy to win by climbing the ladder with his baby ladder. Tied to his ear. Yeah.
He started walking with it, and I was like, they're really going to, like, he's going to win by climbing the ladder. But I thought that was what was going to happen.
Which I would have been fine with.
Dude, I would have been fine with anything at this point.
I was happy. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, this match went 26 minutes, 35 seconds, and it felt like it went like 12 minutes. It
did not feel that long at all, no.
It was the quickest, most well-paced. Like, it was just an all-around fantastic match from start to finish. They wasted no time at all. AJ, while he might not have like the biggest spots of the night, he's one of like the best triple threat guys ever.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I can remember back to SmackDown, and I think it was him, Dolph Ziggler, and Baron Corbin. They had a really good triple threat back then too. That was like, I think this was 2016 SmackDown. And
is that where they did the end of days zigzag spot?
Yeah, dude, that was
I remember that.
lit. So I'm not surprised that Jeff, AJ, and Sammy were able to come up with something just absolutely fantastic. And I'm glad that they did this because, like I said, they could have very easily not done any of this and then just had Sammy win, and they could have called it a day. But they went outside the box.
Yeah, there was a funny part in this so before the match they showed like one highlight of each guy being in a ladder match previously, and the highlight that they showed for Jeff Hardy was from WrestleMania, where he did the Jeff Hardy ladder spot where somebody's set up on a ladder between the ring and the barricade, and he goes on top of the ladder into the swanton. So they set up for this in this match again, and Jeff Hardy's climbing, and Michael Cole's like, "Oh my God, where is Jeff Hardy going? What is he doing?" And Corey's like, they just showed. You just saw him do this at WrestleMania in the clip just before this. You know where he's going.
They did say that, yeah.
I was like, goof.
Idiot.
Corey Graves, yeah, you just saw it. Michael Cole's over there. Ew, what is he doing?
What Jeff don't?
Oh my God.
Jeff Hardy's been doing this for 20 fucking years, Cole. You probably commentated most of them.
Why is Jeff climbing a ladder? This is weird. What is Jeff doing? He never climbs ladders.
I've never seen him do this before.
That is the ultimate ew. I can't believe it. Yeah.
No, Jeff.
There was, we could probably talk about every single spot from this match, but the truth of the matter is that it really all came together. So Sammy got Jeff Hardy in his ear connected to a baby ladder.
His ear hole. His ear's gonna get ripped off one of these days.
That's fucking so gross.
And then AJ Styles, he went to go handcuff him to the ring rope, and AJ did a suplex on him, and guess what? Now they're handcuffed together.
Sami Zayn handcuffed himself to AJ and said, "You ain't going nowhere." And then AJ's trying. He's like, "Oh, fuck." So AJ's trying to climb this ladder, and Sami Zayn is the deadest of weight. He's sandbagging.
He was like planking. He was just face down on the ground. That really ruled. So he climbs the ladder, and they're climbing, and he literally put Sami Zayn on his shoulders and just started climbing the ladder. You look him from behind as the camera pans out. Jeff Hardy's just walking around with a baby ladder connected to his ear.
It was quite the visual.
He climbs up the ladder a little bit. He's just climbing. And then Sammy starts fighting back. And would you look at that? He opens his mouth up real quick and goes, "Ah!" And he's got the key in his mouth.
So good.
It was fantastic. So he ends up getting himself out of that. And, he handcuffs
AJ to the rung of the ladder and then
climbs up. I didn't know where he was going to put it at first because it looked like, I was like, oh no, did they do this spot before? I was like, oh no, where's he going to put it? And then he figured it out. It was perfect.
Yeah, it was
great.
And
Jeff Hardy is sitting in the corner with the ladder connected to his ear.
It was honestly, I was like, this is fucked because how can you follow this?
I really didn't know. Yeah, I was like, any match past this, good fucking luck with that.
Yeah.
So after that, we move on to the main event of the evening, which is the WWE Universal Championship match. Roman Reigns versus Jey Uso. Now, like we said a little earlier, I think all of us were kind of the same on this, and probably most people listening to this were probably the same on this. The beginning match with the triple threat and this match were the things that we were looking forward to the most.
This had a pretty good build. Like even for me, that doesn't really. I don't watch the shows, but I keep up with what's going on, and I feel like that this angle has been what everyone's talking about. And I saw there was a promo on SmackDown with these two, and Jey Uso got like the promo of his life. Shit was awesome, and this is. I mean, Roman was in that triple threat, but this is really Roman's first match as this new character. Which is cool.
That Jey promo was hilarious because I was showing that to my wife, and halfway through she goes, "Which Uso is this?" And then,
and then he says the line, or he says,
"That's
the
line right after that," and she started dying laughing.
Oh
I'm like,
my
oh,
god,
shit.
she's a part of the problem, Tony.
Well, Corey Graves did too. He said, "Yeah, look at Jimmy Uso
during the match."
I mean, Jay. He said, "Yeah, you better call him Jay."
He definitely said Jimmy Uso did a dive, and Cole said Jey Uso.
Yeah. He's like, "Yeah, well, I am part of the
up.
problem."
He was just playing it up.
He heened it. Yeah, that's what happened.
Roman without a shirt. I was expecting new music, but with the shirtless is cool
They
too.
definitely teased it, right? They definitely teased it.
I think so, yeah.
They looked at Jey Uso for an extended amount of time. And I'm like, is there going to be new music? I was like, oh, here we go.
I'll take it, though. It's fine.
I was kind of hoping he would take off the vest like it was like Piccolo's Tran armor. Like he gets into the ring with the vest and he's like, I don't even need this shit for you. So he takes it off or something, you know what I mean? I thought that would have been
awesome.
Yeah, that would have been like, that's just like full wrestling, you know? Like when I think of wrestling, I think of stuff like that. So
that's cool.
But yeah, it was still cool of him to walk out. When he walked out with the no shirt, I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
I've been waiting for this forever, man. So this was really cool.
It's interesting how, I mean, I feel like it just happened. Like, I guess they, you know, were in arguably the worst era of wrestling ever. And, like, they're looking for anything to draw people. So I guess, you know, just...
Dude, they did... They're biting on the Alexa Bliss as Sister Abigail. They're really doing anything.
Bro, that's Sister Abigail.
I damn it. I thought we were right there about to never ever hear that ever again. And then they go,
yeah.
But what if she is Sister Abigail? God damn it. God.
So yeah, it's interesting. I mean, I wish that we could see how this would have turned out. This turn would have turned out in front of, you know, thousands of people and stuff like that. So it's. But
do you think it would have even happened like this if he didn't leave?
I don't know.
No,
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think it would either.
I don't know if it would have happened anytime soon.
I'm not even sure if it would happen. I think that this was just a situation where they were like, let's go for it.
We got to do something. I mean, yeah, why not, right?
I mean, his confidence carries this character right now.
Holy dude, it's night and day. Like this is the fucking guy.
Yeah. I mean, he is the ace right now.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, like, dude, this match was all story. I don't even know. I don't even remember them doing any moves. This was all story.
I don't think they did, actually. Besides punches, I don't remember.
Roman whooped his ass for like 15 minutes and talked all the shit in the world. Jey Uso would fight up a little. He'd fight up a little. Roman would whoop that ass and say, I'm the fucking man. I'm the head of the table. And I was like, yeah, you are.
He's the tribal chief now. Is that his new nickname?
What a fucking baller name. That's so awesome.
The tribal chief.
Tribal chief, head of the table. That shit's all awesome.
And I don't know if you saw, but he debuted the Orange Punch.
I saw he was like, you know, I mean, if he's gonna take anything, he should take it from. He also did the radio silence, Matt Cardona's move.
Oh,
the tribal chief, big AEW guy.
This was obviously just taken right from Cody and MJF's angle.
Absolutely.
We're joking. This is gonna be on YouTube. We're joking.
Oh, it is gonna be on YouTube. Fuck yeah. Anything we just said, kidding. Disregard it. Yeah.
It was a joke.
God, just disregard that. So,
the whole match, he's just saying, acknowledge me as your tribal chief. He's beating the fuck out of this guy. I was glued to this match, and I was like, I knew I was going to be into it, but like, I didn't, I figured they would have a match, and like, you know, Jey Uso would get close to win, and Roman would eventually win. But this was not what I expected at all. I didn't expect Roman to be talking all the shit that he did. Both of them were kind of running their mouths a lot. It was like, I really fucking enjoyed this.
I think the best part about this was Roman beat him up for so long that towards the end, when he did his hope spot, where he finally hit the super kick to go up for the Uso splash, I bid on that. I was like,
Yeah,
holy
I did
shit.
too. That was a 2.9999 count too.
Yeah. So this was, I mean, they did everything completely right here, down to the finish where Jimmy came in.
Even at you're right, like even at the end where, like as you said, it went on for so long, and Roman near the end of the match, Roman's mounted on him, just punching away at him. He's yelling at Charles Robinson instead of the family's business. I was like, holy shit.
That was probably the best line of the whole match.
He is kicking Jey Uso's ass, and I'm like, damn, like, listen, big Fiend guy, but this is the most evil thing I've seen in WWE in a long time. This shit was brutal.
I like how Roman was like, I'm beating you like I used to beat you as a kid.
Yeah,
I was like, shit.
He said, don't worry about it, Charles. I whooped his ass like this all the time.
And Charles said, okay. I thought he was going to call the match way before Jimmy came out.
I did
because
too.
At one point, he was full mount, just I mean, he wasn't even defending himself. I'm like,
no,
that's it. But Charles said, this is family business, so.
And Roman threatened him. He said, I will hit you in the next week. He said, if
you won't work here
match.
Anymore. I said, oh shit.
And the Jimmy Uso thing, I think, was like, they probably didn't have to do it. It already had enough heat on it that it would have been fine if they just called it. But I think that was even better, especially. So Jimmy Uso comes out, fucking Jay saying, John, don't throw in the towel. We're shooting him too. It's big moves here.
Yeah.
So don't throw in the towel. And Roman saying, Jimmy, you're going to acknowledge me as a tribal chief too, you know.
That was so fucked. When
it's so evil.
Yeah, that was really messed up because I just like, holy shit. I was already like, okay, this is it. Like, this is crazy right now. And he goes, you ain't leaving neither. You can get your ass in this ring and you're going to say the same shit.
I honestly felt like bad, which does not happen often with me with WWE angles. Like, it's been a long time since something like that grabbed me like that. I was like, this is fucking brutal. He is watching his brother get his ass whooped by a relative, and he can't do shit about it. And same guy wants to whoop his ass too. So fucking Jimmy doesn't want to throw in a towel. He doesn't want to throw it in. Roman drags Jay away from him.
Oh,
like
that
he's
was
just
rough.
some kind of
that
monster.
Was rough. Because they were holding hands, and his hands still, when he's dragging him away, trying to grab back for his head. I was like, that was so good.
And Roman mounts him and just beats the shit out of him. Punches. And you hear Paul Heyman on the outside. He's talking to Jimmy. He says, throw in the towel. What are you doing? Even Heyman feels bad for this guy. He wants, even Heyman is afraid of Roman, and he throws in the towel. Because at one point, also, I just want to double back real quick. During the part where Roman was, beating the shit out of him, Jay, and telling him to, this ain't going to stop until you call me the tribal chief and the head of the table. And Heyman is like, you're my tribal chief. Like, he's trying to give Roman what he wants to hear, so he'll stop beating the shit out of Jey Uso. And Roman's like, I don't want to hear from you. I want to hear from him. I'm like, oh my god, why are you such a dick?
That was so messed up. Yeah, this whole thing was done to
fucking
perfection.
crazy how well I feel like this was done. Jimmy Uso throws the towel in. Roman does not stop his assault on Jay. Jimmy bum rushes in, tries to, pushes Roman off, and Roman's, like, all right, he backs off a little. Jimmy Uso, he's like, all right, man, you're the tribal chief. Finally admits it just to get Roman to stop. And that's not enough for Roman. Roman looks at Paul, he says, go get it. I'm like, damn, he's about to whoop his ass with a chair? I'm like, damn, man, he did enough. Nope. Paul Heyman comes in the ring with the lei that Jey Uso wore to the ring. And he makes him pretty much crown him in the middle of the ring in front of this dead Jey Uso. This was incredible. This was insanely good.
It was very, very good because at the end too, Jimmy said, "What the fuck are you doing, bro? Like, this is still your cousin. You know what I mean?
We're family. What are you doing, dude?
That was real messed up, man. Roman played this to a T. Jay played his part perfect. Everyone did. This whole match couldn't have gone any better, I don't think.
I was pretty impressed. I also was hoping Roman would throw 10 grand at him and say sorry. Do you think that Brock will come back as a face against heel Roman?
Oh, that'd be weird.
That's got to be where it goes.
That's
right?
like what people originally thought. Wasn't it Mania next year? Was supposed to be them or something?
because like that'd be crazy.
That would be very crazy, and I don't know how people would react to that.
Also, I think Roman should kill Rikishi on SmackDown. Crucify him.
Sorry, Oos.
Put him on the big. There's a big R that he's gonna put
dog.
up there. And put him on the big R.
He should choke him with the lay.
Steak face him, yeah.
No, on SmackDown, Jimmy and Jay are gonna be in the ring, and Jimmy's gonna kick him in the balls and turn on him.
Stink face him. Why is he gonna stink face him? What's that gonna help? Don't listen to James.
I didn't even get that one.
Roman should not stink face Rikishi. That's a bad idea.
And then the towel gets stuck in Roman.
Get Rikishi in the corner. He does the turn around look at him. He goes,
He pulls his pants down.
he goes to raise the roof. He looks back at one last
Heyman
time.
does it too.
Sorry, Oos.
And then
Family, this is your family. What are you
Rikishi
doing?
should also be wearing his big jacket, and Roman should steal it and wear it. It says "bad man" on it.
Haku comes out. That's family, bro. What are you doing?
As Roman is putting his ass in Rikishi's face. Haku's very confused.
That's your family. What are you doing?
Roman says, "Dad eats first."
Banging it. He steals his entrance music.
Him and Heyman do the too cool dance.
Puts the glasses on. Heyman puts them on him.
He crowns him with the Rikishi glasses.
Banging it.
Roman Reigns is wearing a We the People WWE shirt.
Oh my God. Yeah, don't do that.
Or do. Whatever.
Oh
What?
my God. What?
Oh my God.
Well, that was WWE Clash of Champions. Not that last part. I don't know what that last part was.
It could be if you wanted to.
No, it should
Wrestling
not
is a blank palette. You can do what you want.
be. Please don't do that.